All right, hello gamers, welcome back to the show. I am your charming, self-proclaimed yet still humble host, Mukluk. If you haven't, that is actually very on point for today. If you haven't been with us
It's
lately,
almost Christmas. I need to finish wrapping presents.
yes, if you haven't been with us lately, my throat is still on the mend. I destroyed my voice like a week ago, so I am a little lower volume than normal, but I am on the mend. Today, got something very special for you guys. Owlcat Studios, the same company that made Pathfinder Kingmaker, Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, and Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader. 3 games we have loved on this channel, has a game coming out soon called Dark Heresy. And they sent me an alpha key today, and they gave me permission to stream it. So this is the alpha
Merry
copy
Christmas,
of the game.
you filthy animals.
Shut up for a second. This is the alpha copy of the game. It is not done. We may find bugs. We are going into that eyes open, and we're going to expect that. But this is a RPG or action RPG. Nope, CRPG. It's a CRPG based in the Warhammer 40K universe, where we are, I don't know if we're an Inquisitor. We're some kind of people that are trying to solve a mystery of something going on. And, you know, destroy heresy where we find it. So, without further ado, let's open this sucker up and let's see if we like it. Let's see what it is. At Muck, what happened with your voice acting interviews now that your voice is not working? We actually did our final takes for the voice acting thing. We had to submit a final take by the 15th, and then they're reviewing them, and we're waiting. You know, it's just waiting right now. So I have not had to do any voice acting stuff during the time that my voice was messed up, so that kind of worked out. How is the boy? He is on the mend. Thank you for asking. If anyone wasn't here yesterday, we had a emergency, like go to the emergency room kind of emergency over the weekend.
71.
Boy,
This is getting beyond my fingies and toes.
Boy had a problem. It's a bit personal, so I'm not going to give you the details, other than to say it was extremely urgent, and he got pushed
Early
to
Merry
the front
Christmas
of the
for
line.
boy. Get him whatever he wants to help with recovery boarding.
Thank you, guys. Thank you to Manson. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, $100 donation. I'll tell him later. Also, tier 3 sub from Eternal. Thank you very much. But yeah, he had a... It was the most painful thing he's experienced in his life. And we had to get him to the ER, and he got put to the front of the line. And they were like, this other hospital is more equipped to deal with this, but there's no time. And they had to put him into surgery, like, right away. But he is on the mend, and he is expected to make a full recovery. He is playing video games in the other room right now. And he honestly said today was great, because me and Mom have been waiting on him hand and foot. And he even had leftover birthday cake today. So he ate kind of like a slob, and he's got 2 peasants right now, so he loves it. Okay. Let's see. It's following the tabletop RPG. You play inquisitorial agents, not an inquisitor himself or herself. Gotcha. Hold on. Let's adjust the volume. We'll do that for now. Okay. You got gnats flying over your head. Hope your son's okay. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. Glad he's mending. Yeah. So it was a horrible experience, but we've got the best possible outcome from the horrible experience. So, you know, take what we could get. First time watching you. I'm not sure what happened, but I hope everything's okay. Yeah, we're good now. We're good now. Okay. What is this? Choose preset. Maris Portum. Okay. Hold on. Does it mute if I tab out? It does. Okay. When we played the alpha for Rogue Trader, and it was in the middle of the story. I don't know if this is going to be like that or not, but I don't know if this is near the beginning or in the middle. Because as soon as I see this, I'm wondering if this is going to be like after different decisions. So choose preset. Maris Portum Sectoris, level of aquatic activity stable. Archival testimony report. The Acolyte of the Inquisition completed the mission to retrieve the artifact from Schultes' valor, but lost his mentor, Inquisitor Leander de Terral, in the process. Immediately after the trial, the Acolyte of the Inquisition headed to the lower levels of the Hive to the Manus Portum Sectoris. Acolyte's escort is a Catachan jungle fighter, Chirurgeon Sanctioned Psyker. Okay, So this one, you completed a mission successfully and it led to this. This one, you failed a mission and it led to this. So let's go to this one for our first time.
And these are so you hopefully don't have to sell any kidneys for the bill.
Wow. Thank you to Manson. That is increasingly generous of you. Yeah, we haven't gotten the bill yet. We don't know what the bill is yet. Hello, I came here after a guide on how to get Skyscale. Hello, Dark Rain. He's gonna have one hell of a story for his classmates. Yeah. He just started winter break, so he's actually got the whole winter break to recover. But yeah, I imagine he'll tell his classmate, because again, he told me, he's like, you can tell people, like, we had to go to the hospital, but don't tell them what it was. I'm like, okay, I'll respect that. So I don't know if he's going to want to tell them specifically what it was, but that's up to him. I can only imagine surgery in the US would be expensive. Oh, absolutely, but we do have health insurance, so we'll see what it covers. Okay, so we'll try this one. Okay, custom, normal, or daring. Okay, so this is just the difficulty. I'm just gonna leave it on normal. Yo, we got Rambo here. Oh, look at her arm. So we got an Ogryn, like from Darktide. That's, is that an Eldar? Or like a Drukhari? It's like, I think that's one of the space elves. I think this is a Catachan. I've only seen them when I played Dawn of War 1. And then human, I think. That's a Kroot. Oh, Kroot. That's a Kroot. That's right.
And this is so Anna can have an energy drink on standby just in case she has to function after an abrupt wake up in the future.
Thank you, Tomanson. Okay, so let me try a couple things here. Q and E to rotate camera. Yes. Okay. Alright, so this is already extremely similar to Rogue Trader. So what do we have? We got an Acolyte, Haymar, Epione, and Saro. Saro's got a purple hood, assuming he's a Psyker. Eye for inventory? Yes. Okay. Mystic Robe. Hierophant Staff has Siphon Light. Alright, the UI and the tooltips are very similar to Rogue Trader. Alright, we got this guy, Acolyte. Okay. He is a officer. He's got, is that a lasgun? No, it's a sniper rifle. Okay. And the Rambo-looking dude has a heavy stubber. Looks like some sort of automatic weapon. Also a knife. Does this guy have a knife? Oh no, he's got universal long last. Okay, he's got two guns. Okay, lady with the creepy arm claws has a flamer and a shotgun. And then the Psyker just has his staff with Siphon Life on it. Okay. Archetypes? Sanctioned Pyromancer. Mystic. Okay. Pyromancy, Telekinesis, Attack Debuff Specialist. She's a Tactical Move Specialist. He's a Burst Fire Specialist. And he's a Combat Morale Specialist. Okay. Acolyte is most likely the player character you would customize on release, possibly. Okay, so over here, I immediately see try to push this. Requires an athletics check. Succeeded. Oh my god. Alright, collect all. Alright, tab to highlight things, just like Rogue Trader. Door. The door is locked with a heavy-duty padlock. Without a key, not even an explosion would help you open it. Alright, is this guy named Eyeball? Maris Portum is better than you think, Upper Hiver. Just don't let it eat you up. Hello there, Upper Hivers. You need to know a couple things before you go any further. The grimy man proudly shows off the aluminum tattoos glowing dimly under his skin. I'm here to make sure everybody knows what's right out the gate. The Baron and us, his carvers, are in charge of this town. We keep order here, so watch yourselves and you'll be good. So we've got a sigil that allows us to think we do whatever. Okay, probably because Inquisitorial Agent. I believe I have the full picture. I must go. Take care, Upper Hiver. Don't get yourself in trouble. All right, I would voice act this, but I really can't right now. Also, I just noticed we've got... Hold on, are those following him? Yeah, we've got a bunch of stuff floating behind us. What is that? It's like servo skulls. Okay. Change squad. Okay, we just got the 4. Flock Preacher. Okay, so kind of like Dragon Age Inquisition, there's things you can interact with to change your team. Locals have locked the passage on the other side to keep the sermon-excited crowd from forcing its way into the residential district. Thank you for all the subs and bits, guys. That's very, very kind of you. Really appreciate that. Wits. Some dwellings are daubed with dark red paint that look like bloodstains. Perhaps the local gangs use these symbols to mark the homes of debtors. He's on his own, take him down, but... Oh! It's the Ogryn. He's still holding his leg. Oh, that's a character introduction. The Ogryn before you is so huge it makes him look like a walking slab of a rock. His body bears enough burns and wounds to kill any ordinary human, and yet they barely seem to be a nuisance to this giant. He takes a menacing step toward you, raising his weapon with a growl. Guardsmen, stop. Enough. You fought well. Guardsmen? The growling gives way to comprehensible words, and his grave expression to almost childlike bewilderment. They not call me guardsman. Sometimes Sergeant Ollie calls me you there, or abhuman, but not guardsman. The weapon in the Ogryn's hands lowers slowly while he is busy pondering his new circumstances. You're not the enemy, I thinks. Then are you reinforcement? Give him a Medicae kit. Take this, you should treat your wounds. For me? I'm not allowed, but what the sergeant says... He seems torn, but he's not here, so I'll take it. He grins in satisfaction, and his giant hand snatches the Medicae kit from you. Tell me your name, Ogryn. The Ogryn hesitates before showing you the tattoo on his biceps. O118B. Are you actually called O118B? Yes, inventory number. Oh, inventory. You can call me Cog. It's what the sergeant calls me. What happened here? We was on patrol. These ones came at us. He gestures at the bandits. Wounded the sergeant. He gave me orders. Hold position until reinforcement comes. The sergeant went to cover the rear, he said. So you're alone out here? No one else from your unit survived? The Ogryn furrows his brow in annoyance. I'm with Sergeant Owley. He went to get reinforcement, but he'll be back. I wouldn't count on it, pal. Hamar scoffs and turns to you. I can't help but wonder why a squad of Fusiliers had to meet an inglorious death in this hole, but what matters right now is we can't abandon Astra Militarum property, which is what this abhuman is. Either he'll end up in the wrong hands, or he'll cause a lot of trouble if we leave him unsupervised. We have to return him to command, not to mention these boneheads are terribly expensive. Sero folds his arms, his tone indignant. The loyalty of this paltry-minded abhuman deserves more than what he has received for his faithful service. Who was in command of your unit? Sergeant Owley, 10th Platoon, Scintillant Fusiliers, 27th. That's right, I think. Metal test succeeded. Evidently the Ogryn is talking about the Scintillian Fusiliers, regiments of the Astra Militarum. Some of the bodies around you are dressed in their uniform. You can't be allowed to remain here without command, O118B. You are the property of the Imperium and must come with me until the matter has been cleared up. I got orders. The Ogryn stares you down with the obstinacy of the Groks. The sergeant said hold position until the sergeant says so. I not leave position. Perhaps I should help you look for the sergeant. He thinks for a long time. I not know, but the sergeant was wounded. That's bad. Should find him maybe. I don't know what the sergeant looks like. Come with me, you can help me recognize him. I got orders. He scratches his bald head in puzzlement, but the sergeant has been gone, long gone. Maybe he got lost. Maybe more of these ones attacked him. Have to find the sergeant. Alright, we'll go. But the Ogryn sniffles loudly and points to one of the dead guardsmen. Can't leave Fusiliers like that. There's bugs here, and their reinforcements are always late. Gesture at the servo ossuarium. I guess that's the skulls following me. I'll inform command about the bodies. He nods grimly. The entire time you spend establishing a connection and conveying the message, he looms over you like a dark, silent mountain. Gained 30 reputation with the Fusiliers. Alright, you'll command until we find Sergeant Owley. Then he'll command. He knows what to do. Cog has joined the team. That's a big boy. Ogryn Bonehead. Minus 10 intelligence, minus 10 willpower. Can you smash? Okay, he's got an Ogryn mace and a Scorgulian Ripper gun. Okay. There's a button here. Initiating Vox frequency tracking mode. Okay, so maybe we're tracking the sergeant now? Pull. Track down the sergeant's Vox signal. Collect loot. Okay, so we've got a thing at the bottom of the screen now. Wait, out of range. Wait, what?
It's invisible dudes!
Windbreaker down.
Not invisible dudes. 49%. Okay, so we get up to 49% when we're over here. I think I need to go around. What's this? A crowd of onlookers and the owner of the chest are watching you closely. Okay. Turn on. I don't know if turning it on does nothing visible or if it's bugged. Inspect, Medicae. The carcass of the sea monster shows clear signs of mutation. The precise cause remains a mystery. Oh my god, look at that thing. Is it like Rogue Trader? It's very similar, yeah. Let's try going up here. Evening all. Hope the throat is starting to feel better. I forgot to mention earlier the benefits of Sunny D on a bad throat. I didn't try Sunny D. Goods container. Collect all. This cognition unit is registering an approaching layperson. High probability of ensuing communication. What is the reason for your query, layperson? The entire demeanor of the tech priest, from the flickering ocular lenses to the nervously clenched fingers, exhibits extreme tension, clearly triggered by your presence. Who are you? This cognition unit carries the designation Isolus M88. He is a part of the Lathe World's fleet contingent stationed at the Expeditionary Corps in the Maris Portum Sectoris. The unit executes regulated issuing of equipment from the Adeptus Mechanicus repositories, on condition of adequate access level. I need equipment. Okay, so he's like a merchant. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Sell junk. Deal. Alright, cool. Now mock ASMR? Yeah, kind of. Hang on, let me take a drink. Sister Septima. Oh, Sister of Battle. Sister Septima studies you with a steady, appraising look, making something inside you clench. This is my booty. Acolyte. Leander de Terral's acolyte. I remember you. Rarely does one meet acolytes who bear the burden of their duty with such zeal. Continue to be steadfast in your undertakings, and you shall learn the grace of serving the God Emperor. Lord Inquisitor Zerbe sent me to assist you, sister, yet I know nothing of your objectives. I thank the God Emperor for this. Corruption cannot disturb an empty mind. For now, you need only know what I tell you. First, Inquisitor Milisentilia has lost the greater part of her servants in this Hab Zone. This has slowed her investigations and consequently our joint work. Find out what happened to them as soon as you can. Otherwise, Inquisitor Milisentilia will be forced to spend time she should be devoting to saving Calixis. Second, my servant Dirkus was to make contact with the local preacher Ersimus. His orders were to question Ersimus and bring me the particulars I require. The Sister of Battle compresses her lips into a thin line. Dersis has the gall not to present himself before me. You must descend into the bowels of this rotten place. Learn where Derkus is now, and bring him to me. You will recognize the servant by the robes of the ecclesiarchy, black hair cropped short, and the implant plate set into his forehead. Clue acquired. Since when are we obliged to act as lackeys for the Adeptus Sororitas? This guy's talking now. Septima turns her heavy gaze on your companion. The Lord Inquisitor has transferred all of you to serve under my command for the duration of this mission. Therefore, at present, you are to follow my orders. What happens afterward, only the God Emperor knows. Are you suggesting we search the whole Hab Zone to find Derkus? To avoid fruitless searching, go to Confessor Ersimus, head of the Flock of Repentance. He dwells in the so-called Upper Town. You will find him at the very top. The workers' devotional service should be drawing to a close. You may pass through the gates freely. Say that I sent you, and he will reveal every secret. You arrived with sufficient haste. Okay, so I judge Derkus could not have been swept away in the toxic surge. Bring him to me alive and whole. Do you work alongside Inquisitor Milisentilia? Inquisitor Milisentilia is conducting her own investigation here. Her efforts are without doubt, directed at supporting the Tyrantine Cabal. Yet, upon learning of my arrival, she did not see fit to join my righteous mission. Our talks about working together have stalled, and she now avoids my company. Wit succeeded. Her frosty tone leaves no uncertainty. Despite her attempt to make light of the situation, there is no love lost between the Sister of Battle and the Inquisitor. Given Inquisitor Milisentilia's dire circumstances, it is all the more surprising that her agent... The sister glances briefly at the data slate she holds in her hands. Rufinus Scragg is probing the Marisportum Sectoris on some mission. I must know what he is trying to sniff out. My people have lost track of him, therefore I entrust this task to you. Case opened, clue acquired. According to the report, the agent bears an old burn on his face and an augmentation on the lower part of his left leg below the knee. These distinguishing features will guide you in your search. So Scragg's whereabouts are unknown to you? He who is charged with watching the agent failed in his duty and now pays the price for that negligence. Oh, this, however, was merely a temporary lapse. I will do what I can. It is heartening to see that you grasp the significance of this mission. Find the preacher Derkus and return him. The objective is clear. I am not finished yet. Since the last tidal surge, people have been disappearing from these parts. Most of the missing were certainly swallowed by the raging flood, yet others vanished afterward. People continue to go missing. On some nights, as many as 50 can be unaccounted for. Among other tasks, you must discover what became of those unfortunates and who is responsible for their disappearance. That is all for now. Go and see to it. Okay. I wasn't expecting to be reading so much tonight. This might not be for the whole stream. Are you in your right mind, Acolyte? Another stunt like that, and I will consider it tantamount to heresy. F5 to quick save? I can't quick save. Okay, so we're... Sergeant's Vox signals here. Low signal strength. Recommendation, find another source. Okay. So I think I accidentally clicked on her desk and was like searching through her desk, and she was like, WTF. The burned bodies are scarcely recognizable as the inhabitants of the Marisportum Sectoris. Sister Septima's banner. It commemorates an obscure saint of the Order of the Sacred Rose who devoted her life to service. The Battle Sister's field bunker. The modular design allows it to be deployed even on the unstable ground of the Marisportum. This is very similar to in Dawn of War when you would drop their bunkers from space. Okay. Do we maybe attack that and it becomes a bridge or something? Alright, how does this work? How do we... Okay, there's weapon swap. That did not work. Hamar? Ah, there we go. Hey look, I made a bridge. It took like 10 seconds. All 11 tops. Okay. Alright, so it's just like a little bit of loot over here. Alright. Do I have everybody right now? Yeah. A reinforced container heavily corroded. If you drop something heavy on it, it will surely break open. And there's a thing up there. Hey Mark, can you fix a second problem with your gun? That was not unsafe for us at all. More loot. Excavation site. Oh. I need a "you are here" thing. Okay. I played the non-flooded version of that. Yeah, at the beginning of the tutorial, it gave me 2 versions. It's like, do you want to play as if you succeeded the previous mission or failed the previous mission? And I hit succeeded. We can proceed to the next stage of the interrogation, though you will find it even less to your liking. Okay. What's this thing? Inspect. The echoing footfalls cause stone dust to fall from the spiral grooves on the drill. Oh wow, that's a really cool shot. So if you hit examine, it becomes like a vista. Tap quick save. Looming over the Recologer, curled up on the ground, the Inquisitor asks for what does not seem like the first time. Have you remembered anything? One of the 2 men watching the torture clears his throat. We have guests, Inquisitor. The other man immediately adds, the acolyte who has been prowling around Maris Portum. That's him, mistress. Inquisitor Milisentilia turns to you, wipes the blood off her blade, and slides it into the sheath attached to her belt. Anton Zerbe's newest protege. I thought you would make an appearance sooner or later. Her gaze shifts to Epione. Spes. I have not seen you in some time. It is a pity that you have decided to use your talents in the service of another Inquisitor. Oh, the lady with the weird arm. Epione gives the Inquisitor a reserved nod, but does not say a word in response. I am here to provide assistance in your mission. Is that so? I did not request any assistance from the Cabal. She examines you, tapping a finger on the grip of her pistol. Her hand lingers near the clasp on her holder, then relaxes. Since you are here, that means you were sent by Lord Inquisitor Zerbe. Only he knows about the mission. Gareth, see to the witness's wounds. He is not permitted to die before the end of the interrogation. Dariel, I will be waiting for you for a report on our progress. As for you, she looks back at you. Your arrival is the best evidence that the Lord Inquisitor is losing patience. Isn't that correct?